So I was actually debating whether or not I should make this video because I usually try not to share my negative opinions on movies, but I still feel like I should be able to critique the things I don't always like. Otherwise, me saying I enjoyed a movie would have no value. So I just did my 10 favorite movies of 2025. Now I'm gonna do my top 5 least favorite movies of 2025. 5 being bad and 1 being worst. So at number 5, I have Osgood Perkins' The Monkey. Now this one actually really hurts. I was really hyped for this film. The Longlegs director was making a movie written by the It writer and produced by the guy who made Saw, Insidious, and The Conjuring. It sounds great. Instead, I personally found it to be a film with ridiculous deaths, a horribly written antagonist, forgettable characters, and a monkey toy that was just nowhere near as threatening as I wished it was. It was like a less interesting, more blood splattery Final Destination. Right below it, at number 4, I got a hot take with Bring Her Back. This hurt too because I love Talk to Me and you can definitely feel some similar components, but they just really overdid it here. It honestly did have some really excellent performances and effective themes of grief, abuse, and trauma, but when it came to the horror, it was just purely dependent on the shock value of the gore, rather than creating an uneasy, suspenseful atmosphere. Plus, I frankly found the characters to be pretty unlikable. Honestly, it just really wasn't for me. Okay, at number 3, I have another horror movie, and that is the personally highly anticipated and very disappointing Until Dawn. Imagine this, you decide to adapt a beloved horror game with an accurate Wendigo depiction, and instead of adapting the story of the game, you decide to create your own concept. A concept similar to The Cabin in the Woods, except here, the characters are bland, there's no feeling of high stakes, it's not scary, it's not even funny, the monsters are barely visible, and the antagonist is nowhere near as entertaining. And like sure, it's not a horrible movie, but don't use the name of something loved saying you're gonna adapt it if nothing but the actual film will actually have anything to do with what made the game so special. Stepping away from horror in second place, I got Minecraft, and my reasoning is much simpler. Clearly, it's a kids movie that was made for kids, so I'm not surprised I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy the humor, I hated the music, I didn't care for the characters, and there was no interesting sense of any real-worldy threat. Plus, I wasn't ever even a fan of the games, so it just wasn't catered for me, and that's totally fine. But in my personal opinion, my absolutely least favorite movie of 2025 is not War of the Worlds, because I've yet to watch it, but instead Mel Gibson's Flight Risk. The overall physics in this movie made no sense, which made nothing happening feel believable. The lead characters at times were annoyingly awful at decision making, the quote-unquote emotional scenes felt so drawn out and flat, and Mark Wahlberg as the pilot was just so irritating to constantly watch and listen to. He wasn't creepy, threatening, funny, or anything. It was just a tiring movie to watch that somehow dragged even in its short length. So yeah, even though I didn't like these films, I still liked like 70% of the movies I've seen this year, and I'm sure next year it'll probably be even more.